Exodus 33. The Lord said to Moses, "Depart, go up from here, you and the people whom you have brought from the land of Egypt to the land which I swore to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, saying, to your descendant, I will give it. I will send an angel before you, and I will drive out the Canaanite, Amorite, Hittite, Perizzite, Hivite, and Jebusite. Go up to a land flowing with milk and honey, but I will not go up among you, for you are a stiff-necked people, lest I destroy you on the way." When the people heard these evil tidings, they mourned, and no man put on his ornament, for the Lord had said to Moses, "Say to the Israelites, you are a stiff-necked people. If I should come among you for one moment, I would consume and destroy you. Now, therefore, penitently leave off your ornament, that I may know what to do with you." And the Israelites left off all their ornament from Mount Horeb onward. Now Moses used to take his own tent and pitch it outside the camp, far off from the camp, and he called it the tent of meeting of God with his own people. And everyone who sought the Lord went out to that temporary tent of meeting, which was outside the camp. When Moses went out to the tent of meeting, all the people rose and stood, every man at his tent door, and looked after Moses until he had gone into the tent. When Moses entered the tent, the pillar of cloud would descend and stand at the door of the tent, and the Lord would talk with Moses. And all the people saw the pillar of cloud stand at the tent door, and all the people rose up and worshipped, every man at his tent door. And the Lord spoke to Moses face to face, as a man speaks to his friend. Moses returned to the camp, but his minister Joshua, son of Nun, a young man, did not depart from the temporary prayer tent. Moses said to the Lord, "See, you say to me, bring up this people, but you have not let me know whom you will send with me. Yet you said, I know you by name, and you have also found favor in my sight." Now, therefore, I pray you, if I have found favor in your sight, show me now your way, that I may know you progressively become more deeply and intimately acquainted with you, perceiving and recognizing and understanding more strongly and clearly, and that I may find favor in your sight. And Lord, do consider that this nation is your people, and the Lord said, my presence shall go with you, and I will give you rest. And Moses said to the Lord, if your presence does not go with me, do not carry us up from here. For by what shall it be known that I and your people have found favor in your sight? Is it not in your going with us so that we are distinguished, I and your people, from all the other people upon the face of the earth? And the Lord said to Moses, I will do this thing also that you have asked, for you have found favor, loving kindness, and mercy in my sight, and I know you personally and by name. And Moses said, I beseech you, show me your glory. And God said, I will make all my goodness pass before you, and I will proclaim my name, the Lord, before you. For I will be gracious, to whom I will be gracious, and will show mercy and loving kindness, on whom I will show mercy and loving kindness. But he said, you cannot see my face, for no man shall see me and live. And the Lord said, behold, there is a place beside me, and you shall stand upon the rock. And while my glory passes by, I will put you in a cleft of the rock and cover you with my hand until I have passed by. Then I will take away my hand, and you shall see my back, but my face shall not be seen. Precious Timothy, thank you so much. Exodus 34. The Lord said to Moses cut 2 tables of stone like the first, and I will write upon these tables the words that were on the first tables, which you broke. Be ready and come up in the morning to Mount Sinai and present yourself there to me on the top of the mountain. And no man shall come up with you, neither let any man be seen throughout all the mountain, neither let flocks or herds feed before the mountain. So Moses cut 2 tables of stone like the first, and he rose up early in the morning and went up on Mount Sinai as the Lord had commanded him, and took in his hand 2 tables of stone, and the Lord descended in the cloud and stood with him there and proclaimed the name of the Lord. And the Lord passed by before him and proclaimed, the Lord, a God merciful and gracious, slow to anger, and abundant in loving kindness and truth. displaying mercy and loving kindness for thousands, forgiving iniquity and transgression and sin. But who will by no means clear the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children and the children's children to the third and fourth generation. And Moses made haste to bow his head toward the earth and worshipped, and he said, "If now I have found favor and loving kindness in your sight, O Lord, let the Lord, I pray you, go in the midst of us, although it is a stiff-necked people, and pardon our iniquity and our sin, and take us for your inheritance." And the Lord said, "Behold, I lay down afresh the terms of the mutual agreement between Israel and me, a covenant before all your people. I will do marvels, wonders, miracles, such as have not been wrought or created in all the earth or in any nation." And all the people among whom yours shall see the work of the Lord, for it is a terrible thing, fearful and full of awe that I will do with you. Observe what I command you this day. Behold, I drive out before you the Amorite, Canaanite, Hittite, Perizzite, Hivite, and Jebusite. Take heed to yourself, lest you make a covenant or a mutual agreement with the inhabitant of the land to which you go, lest it become a snare in the midst of you. But you shall destroy their altars, dash in pieces their pillars, obelisks, images, and cut down their Asherim, symbols of goddess Asherah. For you shall worship no other God, for the Lord, whose name is jealous, is a jealous, impassioned God. Lest you make a covenant with the inhabitant of the land, and when they play the harlot after their gods and sacrifice to their gods, and one invite you, you eat of his food, sacrificed to idols, and you take of their daughters for your sons, and their daughters play the harlot after their gods, and make your sons play the harlot after their gods. You shall make for yourselves no molten gods. The feast of unleavened bread you shall keep. 7 days you shall eat unleavened bread, as I commanded you, in the time of the month of Abib. For in the month of Abib you came out of Egypt. All the males that first opened the womb among your livestock are mine, whether ox or sheep. But the firstling of a donkey, an unclean beast, you shall redeem with a lamb or kid. And if you do not redeem it, then you shall break its neck. All the firstborn of your sons you shall redeem, and none of you shall appear before me empty-handed. "6 days you shall work, but on the 7th day you shall rest, even in plowing time and in harvest. You shall rest on the Sabbath. You shall observe the Feast of Weeks, the first fruit of the wheat harvest, and the feast of ingathering at the year's end. 3 times in the year shall all your males appear before the Lord God, the God of Israel. For I will cast out the nations before you and enlarge your borders. Neither shall any man desire and molest your land when you go up to appear before the Lord your God. 3 times in the year. You shall not offer the blood of my sacrifice with leaven, neither shall the sacrifice of the feast of the Passover be left until morning. The first of the first fruit of your ground you shall bring to the house of the Lord your God. You shall not boil a kid in his mother's milk. And the Lord said to Moses, write these words, for after the purpose and character of these words I have made a covenant with you and with Israel. Moses was there with the Lord 40 days and 40 nights. He ate no bread and drank no water, and he wrote upon the tables the words of the covenant, the 10 commandments. When Moses came down from Mount Sinai with the 2 tables of the testimony in his hand, he did not know that the skin of his face shone and sent forth beams by reason of his speaking with the Lord. When Aaron and all the Israelites saw Moses, behold, the skin of his face shone, and they feared to come near him. But Moses called to them, and Aaron and all the leaders of the congregation returned to him, and he talked with them. Afterward, all the Israelites came near, and he gave them in commandment all the Lord had said to him in Mount Sinai. And when Moses had finished speaking with them, he put a veil on his face. But when Moses went in before the Lord to speak with him, he took the veil off until he came out. And he came out and told the Israelites what he was commanded. The Israelites face of Moses, how the skin of it shone. And Moses put the veil on his face again until he went in to speak with God. 소중한 사인님, thank you so much for sharing this precious time together. 오늘도 소중한 시간 함께 해주셔서 정말 감사합니다. I believe and I know God's love, peace, blessings are always with the precious you all. And I sincerely pray for you to have a peaceful, blessed night. 감사합니다. Thank you so much.